All right, y'all. So since I've started YouTube, there've been so many damn marketing brands trying to pump fake me to try and sell me nonsense, man. The only company that I trust that I've seen put in work to get niggas more damn followers is Make You Famous. Obviously, everyone needs a strong marketing team around them. So far, Make You Famous has met my expectations. If you do music, if you sell things, if you model, or like me, you just do YouTube, then they'll do what you're looking for. You know what I mean? And grow your following pretty quickly. So if that's what you're looking for, click the link below, email them to see all subscription deals. You feel what I'm saying? And no, I'm not being paid to say this shit, man. It's your boy Banks. Come on now. All I do is true talks. You feel me? What up, YouTube? It's your boy Banks. And we back in the building. It's True Talks. Cause True Talks. All right, let's get straight right into it. All right, so it's a big time now, man. It's big time. It's do or die for everybody. This is what the summer season is all about. You know what I'm saying? Before the actual next part of the season. So this is the first part. We have the draft, and now we have this part. This is the most epic part of the season right now. After the finals, is right now. Right now. So we know free agency starts Sunday. They pushed it early. Normally it would start on Canada Day, which is July 1st, which is Monday. But now they pushed it early. They purposely did that to avoid all this chaos that happens normally on the July 1st. They pushed it earlier. So now it's on Sunday, June 30th at 6 p.m. That's when it's going to start. You're going to get the news. This person signed, this person signed, this person signed, etc., etc. So it's going to be crazy. A lot of free agents. All the Ks are available. You know, the Clays, the Kyries, all of that. But the main K that we care about is Kawhi. My fault. KD, the biggest one. But Kawhi. That boy Kawhi, man. Kawhi Leonard. KL. That claw, boy. That claw, that's what we care about. So you already know we won the championship. Every man's on a high, but then so short you have to be like, shit. You have to forget about it real quick because you know what I mean. There's a big decision. It's depending. It's automatic rebuild or we run it back, and all depends from this man if we run it back. Kawhi Leonard, you feel me? So I'm gonna give my percentages or what I think because obviously it's between the Clippers and the Raptors. They're talking about Lakers, and you know they're just trying to. It's media. They're just trying to force LeBron to be on top. That's what they're trying to do. So you have to take that shit with a grain of salt. That nigga's not gonna play with no damn LeBron. Like, look at Kawhi. You think he wants to be like he's amped. He's this whole season. I just look at context and I just look at evidence. Evidence is what the player says, what the player is doing. That's my evidence. All this other what people say and whatever is just hearsay. That shit don't mean nothing. You know what I'm saying? It only means somewhat when you don't see no evidence. But when you see the evidence, that shit you could gauge what was going on if you have IQ. So based off Kawhi talking in his press conferences, even in the playoffs, even in the finals after he's won and etc., he's been amped that this is the first that everybody wants play call for them where they're the focal point of the team, the main player of the team. Because in San Antonio, he was in a box. He says that all the time. In San Antonio, I was in a box, meaning I just had to defend. I can only do X and O. You know, X, Y, Z, whatever. Not even get to Z. Maybe just an X. Sometimes maybe X, Y. Sometimes maybe X, Y, Z. You know what I'm saying? He can only do etc. So now this is the first time and that just exposes that even though he was still, the offense kind of switched to Kawhi when they got Aldridge and etc. It still wasn't Kawhi or die because like Shaq has been said, the play is, or Charles Barkley says they like when Popovich says when I call play for Kawhi, it's not for Kawhi to score, it's for the Spurs to score. So in his mind, it's still not me. You know what I'm saying? And Raptors though, when I call a play for Kawhi, it's for Kawhi to score. We don't want nobody else with the ball. Come on, Nurse already knows. Like, come on now. So that's different. That's a whole different world because now that's where you get his averages are up. All of this is up. You know what I mean? All these career numbers, all this career, he's been said, this is, he always wants to be like that. He wants to prove that he could do this. So why would you now go to play with LeBron? Where he's ball handling, you're not getting the same kind of touches, etc., etc., etc. And Kawhi now has improved and shown the world he can ball handle. He's not just play off ball. He can still ball handle too and play make and cook. Why would he go to LeBron? And a nigga I've been beaten. Why would I get him a ring when I'm trying to that's why KD, Kawhi, they're not going there. Okay? None of that shit. Anyways, moving forward. So now we're talking. So obviously Lakers aren't in the mix. All these other teams is just, they're not in it. It's Clippers. He wants to go to LA. He's said that before the trade. Well, his camp. We didn't hear from him, but we assume probably his uncle, whoever, says they want to go to LA. Obviously, he wants to go to LA. And it was true that when he got traded to Toronto, he was just mad. He was heated. Then he's like, you know what? Let me open up. because he hasn't been there. Probably people called him saying, yo, Toronto's a great city, etc., etc., etc. But he was mad originally because he wants to go to LA. So she's obviously Popovich would throw me the whole other side. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, things change. Things change. People need to understand. Things change. In life, things change. It changes all the time. When you get a new perspective. You know what I mean? If you just got to Toronto and left, and lost first round, second round, I'm out. What am I doing here? Clippers have a better roster. Clippers role players are better. You know what I mean? They can do more. They're more of a dogs. They're more individual creators. Let me go there. You know what I mean? By the end of the day, people are taking out of context. It's about what's important for Kawhi. I look at context and what it's saying. The Clippers obviously is great because you have a great coach. You have great ownership. They probably will give you whatever they want to give you, load management, all that type of stuff, which is good. But at the end of the day, it went well with Toronto, right? But they have good ownership. They have good coaching. And they have dogs. They have Lou Will. They have all these guys. I think some of them might be free agents. I don't know. I got to look into that into depth. But as constructed right now, they're only missing a small forward cook, a man who can cook, small forward superstar, which would be Kawhi. It's perfect fit. They don't need nobody else. You know what I'm saying? Even though they have 2 max slots, they could just get a 1-2 role player. They don't need nobody else. So it's perfect situation for him. But it's out of context because what's the context now? Because we got to look at it. Kawhi is not a guy. Kawhi is a guy who will think about logic first and look at all the pros and all the cons and make his decision. Because this is the same guy who sat out and took and risked basically his career. People bashing him and all that type of stuff and took the L. Most guys will play. He said, no, I'm looking at my pros and I'm looking at my cons. You heard him on the actual, if you watch the finals interviews, you heard him say, my pros was, I could play now. And yes, we might go far, whatever the case is, but I can injure myself because I don't feel right. I injure myself, and what am I going to injure myself and come back as the 5th or 6th best player on the team versus rehabbing and getting it right, where I come back as the number 1 or at worst the 2nd or 3rd best player on the team for my career. And that's what I'm always going to be moving forward. So for a guy to actually sit back and analyze that and make that decision in hindsight and take backlash for it or whatever, it's a guy who does things logically, clearly. He looks at things logically. He looks at his body. It doesn't matter if people, oh, you're L, you don't play, load management, this and that. He takes all the backlash with it, and he doesn't care. So this is clearly a guy who's going to make decisions based off of logic and IQ. So let's analyze the logic and IQ. The only thing you can sell him with Clippers, the only thing you can sell him is weather, right? And that's about it, because winning, Raptors have done. Saying the roster is better. Oh, these guys we haven't seen the Clippers in the clutch. We haven't seen them in the, yes, they took Golden State 6 games, but that's first round. We haven't seen the Clippers in the clutch with Kawhi. We don't see if their palms are sweaty, because when you add a superstar, more pressure, more expectations, guys either rise or they fall. We haven't seen that. All this talk about, I've had it too. Van Fleet, Lowry, all these guys, are you going to step up? What are you doing? They stepped up. They've done, it's proven. We won a ring. All of that now is all Clippers. Obviously, they have a good roster, but we can't assume that now they're better than the Raptors roster because they don't. You know what I mean? We've seen the Raptors win versus Golden State too, which people, even without KD, thought they were going to win. You know what I'm saying? And it was 3-1 with Clay there, with no KD, so I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to hear that. Now, this is the only thing Clippers can offer is the weather. That's it. You can't offer a better load management than Toronto. His boy that got hired on the coaching staff, his boy, the ball nigga. You can't offer that. You think Doc is going to hire your boy? Doc already has his staff with Lawrence Frank and them boys. This is real cool. You're going back into a pop system. You think anytime you want the ball, you're going to get it with Doc? This is the same man who had KG in them and said, Paul Pierce, you're not getting the ball today. KG, go to work. You think the same touches is happening? You think the same with a real coach who wants his schemes to show as opposed to the player's offense to show? Let's be real. If Lou Will is cooking, you already know. If Lowry is cooking, we still go to Kawhi. If Van Fleet is cooking, we still go to Kawhi and he chooses. You think if Lou Will's cooking, they're going to Kawhi with Doc? With Coach Doc? Doc? Yo. He's not the nurse, he's the doc. yeah. He's not the nurse, he's the doc. He don't defer. You better ask somebody. So get that out. You're going closer. If anything, you're going closer back to the pop. if you go to Doc. That's one thing. So let's get that out the way. So what are they offering? It's just weather. If you want to say, oh, we're LA, don't get it twisted. Who's in that same building? As much as it's better for media because it's, oh, Kawhi's playing one night, LeBron's playing one night, and it's just LA every night. That's what they want. LeBron versus Kawhi every night. But Kawhi, let's look at your team. The Clippers, I went to the Staples Center. Y'all saw, if you follow me on IG, which you follow me on IG, the link below. I went to the Staples Center. I saw one Clipper pick of Lou Will. Everything. Kobe don't even play no more. That nigga's on the wall more than the Clippers. It's the same building. Can you guys stop this? This nigga been in the back. He's on the building more. I seen one clip, one pick of Clippers and Lou Will. Everything else was LeBron, Lonzo on the big dirty. Like, it's all Lakers. They don't care about no damn Clippers over there. Can we be real? Can we be real? It's true talks. Can we be real? So you can't offer me no damn. What are you offering me? What are you offering me? You're offering me, oh, we could win here. We have the best of this and that and that. I've already won. I just won. It's not that I've already won in the past. I just won. You get what I'm saying? So I'm gonna be fighting with LeBron. So what? So business wise, my shoe sales. This, you gotta understand, people. Like, this man is not signing with Nike where that shit's gonna be pushed wherever because it's a high brand. He didn't sign with Jordan where it's gonna be pushed wherever because it's a high brand, high commodity. He's not with even Under Armour now that it's a high brand. He's not with all these high brands, Reebok, whatever, Adidas, whoever. He's with New Balance. He's the first man. New Balance. When a guy who signs with New Balance, like, it's the same thing Steph did. We want to create. We want to start fresh. I want to be the main. I want to be the main. If I'm the main off the court, why I'm not the main on the court? So you want me not only just the main on the court, I want to be the main in the city. I'm not even the main in the city. I'm fighting with LeBron. So you think my shoe sales are going to be elite like that when LeBron is there with his shoe sales? And now have AD too? Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Business-wise, it makes sense with Toronto. You don't just have a city, you have a whole country. New Balance. New Balance. You think that shit, the opportunity for it to sell business-wise is staying in Toronto. It's New Balance. You're going to go to a place where you're competing with one man with everything he has. And not only that, Space Jam's going to be released, which means his shoes is going to be in Space Jam. Come, let's be real. Let's be real. Come on now. Let's be real. Let's be real. So, business-wise, Toronto makes sense. Winning-wise, Toronto makes sense. You just won. Re-up. And you know, and Kawhi's never done this, you know when you repeat, you're automatically in a higher echelon with the greats. Winning rings is great, but that's why they don't mention Tim Duncan. When you repeat, you're in the higher echelon. Tim Duncan never repeat. When you three-peat, higher echelon. You know what I'm saying? So these players, as players, we know these things. We know these things. You know what I'm saying? So winning and repeating, making your echelon even higher is greater. But then this, so that's one. You know what I'm saying? And then 2, so business better in Toronto. Roster winning better in Toronto. Pascal only get better. All these other guys only get better. Right? You get more familiar when you've been through that season experience. Right? 3, you're in the East, which means it's guaranteed conference finals at least. Has to be. Because who is it? Boston going down. Philly, you never know what Jimmy Butler and Tobias might be going down. Who is there? Milwaukee. You don't know all their crucial role players. Mirotic, Lopez, Middleton, all of them could be going down. So only one if Milwaukee stays is that's it. Who else? If the Knicks get KD and thing, or the Nets get KD and Kyrie, that's it. There's only you and another team. At worst, a third team. That's it. Even if, let's say, everybody reads up, 4 teams. That's it. That's it. The conference in the West is all 8. It's all 8. It's all, don't sleep. Don't sleep. It's all 8. And he knows because he's been there. He's been there. He's been said, oh my God, it's been 5 years since I've made it to the finals. He's been there. And they've been at the top all the times with the Spurs. He's been there. He knows. He knows. So that's 3-4 things for the, you know what I mean? Anything you do business-wise is better out here. You know what I'm saying? You got the Quine and Dine. Did they offer you that in LA? No, they ain't offering you that shit. The Quine and Dine, the free house, all of that. They're not offering you that shit. Let's be real. So you got 5 things already that shows Toronto, and this is a guy who uses logic. So already that itself, the load management, all of that itself. Mans are getting Kawhi braids. Like, come on, like, I might even go grow my own, come get Kawhi braids, get my jail braids, looking like Kawhi. You know what I'm saying? All of that itself, and a country. Basically, you're the mayor of, like, you're trying. That's like 6, 7 things that just say Toronto. Only thing you can tell me about LA is weather. That's it. Even their billboards are trash. What the hell is that shit? Because why? Half the billboards are still LeBron and AD. They competed. Come on now. Let's be real. Now, not only that, and a guy who's actually going to leave, why would he be going to the Blue Jays games, going to Niagara Falls? You know what I mean? Seeing the moving box, people are saying it's over there. If you're moving to LA, you're carrying suitcases. You're not carrying moving boxes on the damn planes. It's suitcases. Moving boxes means you're moving in somewhere in here. You're moving. That's what that means. You're moving somewhere here because you just put it in the box, just dash your shit, unpack. Come on now. Let's be real. Then he just also signed with the jet company. Let's be real. Now, that doesn't mean he's staying, but that's just favorable that's making me be like, it's already 90-10. He's staying. Now, whether it's long-term, whether it's short-term, that's a different thing, because now if you're a 10-year vet, you get the most money. But this is a guy who's been talking about injury the whole time. So y'all sleeping on it. I'm not going to be surprised if it's a 5-year, get that max, because get that money. And then obviously when it's done, you re-up again, especially if you're healthy at that time. This is a guy who knows his body, who knows nothing is, you can't, what if I just tweaked it the wrong way and I'm out the whole season? Like, this is a guy, and he's closer to that as closer to fresh. Most guys that do the 1-1, they've been fresh and been healthy, like LeBron, or the 2-1 KD. Like, they've been fresh and been healthy. So Kawhi has never been that fresh and been healthy ever since that injury. Even this season, he's getting buckets, injured. Come on now. He's been saying, oh shit, sitting. Come on now. So he knows the smartest thing is get the most money I can get. Not only that, the most money you can get is Toronto too. All these things are in the favor of Toronto. Masai brought Danny with you, brought your boy. Your uncle is happy. You know what I'm saying? You won the chip. And people are saying, like, for people to actually say, oh, you'll be the only guy to win a chip with 3 different teams. Bruh. Players don't think like that. Players don't want to move. You think this man wants to go to LA and redo this shit? When he actually said it didn't get exposed. Toronto kept things under wraps. So that's another thing that's in your favor is loyalty, friendship, family. Because with San Antonio, everything got leaked. Nothing got leaked. They had beef in between the locker rooms. I know him and Kalo were fighting and butting heads. Kalo's like, nigga, really? They were fighting. It got exposed in the interview. He's not going to say what it is, but I already know as players, it's never sweet. It's never sweet. It's never a clean just road. We all, kumbaya. It's never like that. The minute he loses, I know at the beginning when Kalo was chucking every time in the clutch and not giving him the ball, he said, nigga, if you don't give me, I will come slap with these claws. I know there's been fighting. Even the whole load management thing, they weren't all for it at the beginning. The players, the coaches, yes. But the players are looking at him like, nigga, really? 22 games off? Oh my God. Or off the jump? Back to back, off the jump. He even said, he alluded to it. Let's just be real. You get what I'm saying? And y'all think he wants to go redo that whole process again? Niggas don't like moving like that. Come on now. These are players at the end of the day. You don't want to have to redo that same situation again. It's not always not green. Grass ain't always greener on the other side, man. Times change. Now, the only thing that's scaring people now is scheduled meeting July 2nd. 1, Canada Day. The nigga could just resign on Canada Day. He just scheduled the meeting for July 2nd. I ain't seeing you guys, but leave me. Just stop calling my phone, man. Stop calling my phone. Yo, just tell them July 2nd, man. God damn. Because if you tell them no, they're just going to keep bugging you till you say yes. So we could just say July 2nd and never see them. But he also could be, I'm with the Raptors. Let me just hear what the Clippers have to say. They might drop a nugget that make me go, ooh. You know what I mean? It's just paying your rounds. He probably told them before he came to Raptors, where I'm going to meet with you in free agents. He probably been told them. But That don't mean it means something, but it don't mean nothing. You know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, what can they sell him? You don't have championship banners hanging. What can you sell them? You're basically telling him you can do the Raptors all over again. That's what you're telling him. It's not like it's the Lakers where at least you have banners where it's like, oh my goodness, here, the greats are always here. You don't, what are you showing me, Clippers? What are you showing me? To redo Toronto again? That's all the only thing you can say to him. The weather, and look, you said you got love in Toronto. You're the first one to make it. You could do that for the Clippers. If you're the first one to carry the friend on the franchise, and yada, 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 yada. But it's still only Clippers. How many Clippers fans are there? Really? Who do you see wearing Clippers gear? Can you tell me? Who is wearing Clippers gear? Tell me. God damn, man. Like, let's be real. Who has a Clippers poster? Can you tell me? Show me one? Show me? God damn. Let's just be real. So that's obviously going to be their appeal. They're going to use that to their advantage. You could be like Toronto all over again. Could you stop that shit? No one can be like Toronto because it's a country. Talking about, man. So that's all they can pitch to him. And at the end of the day, like, I've never seen someone win, because even though LeBron switched teams, KD switched, all these guys switched teams, it comes from a loss. Don't, for context, it comes from a loss. Okay, it's not working here, I'm out. You don't win and cut. People just saying that because it's narratives. I haven't seen that, so if he does it, I'll be shocked. I'm telling y'all. My prediction is he stays. Low key, I think it's the full deal because injuries, whatever. But he might do a 2-1. I don't see a 1-1, but maybe a 2-1 he might do. He also could do a 1-1. You never know. But I think he stays regardless. Now the deal is all, that's the what kind of deal he gets, that's in play for me. That's what I think. I think it's 90% and 10. It's like 10% LA because it's just family. It's just home. That's all it is. It's just home and weather. That's basically all you're trying to tell me. At the end of the day, I can still go to home and weather. And at the end of weather don't even mean nothing when you just get out the crib, go to your car. Like, you're not walking. Man's not taking soap or bus. Like, man's, you know what I mean? How now? You're not outside OD. Just walk, like, it's not that serious. It's not that serious. We'll see how that goes. People are talking about Masai too, leaving all that. Masai ain't leaving none of that shit. People just trying to create narratives, man. You can't always listen to media. Take it with a grain of salt. You got to come to True Talks. That's the media you listen to, because I'm not media. It's me. Anyways, it's True Talks, because True Talks, man. Share, like, and subscribe. And we're going to be doing more. We got KD coming up during the week. We got Kemba. We got it. We're going ham now. It's free agency. It's upon us. It's upon us. It's True Talks, because True Talks, man. And we out.